Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. So we are now on part 4 on how to correctly set up and use our Zim Apex device. And just a short introduction for all the people that don't know already. The Zim Apex device is an emulator for your controller, which basically gives us the opportunity to use our preferred keypad, keyboard and mouse with our consoles. And you have to know a thing that officially the Zim Apex device is built and developed for consoles like Xbox 360, PS3, PS4 and Xbox One. So basically these are the official supports, but anyway, it's possible to use your Zim Apex device with PC also. But obviously there is no point on using the Zim Apex device on PC since you already use your keyboard and mouse with the PC, but maybe you want to get, let's say, a little bit of feel. Maybe it's better on some games to play with an emulated controller than with keyboard and mouse, or for any other reason like aim assist in some games and so on. So we are going to try today to use my Zim Apex device with PC also, because obviously I want to record my screen and show you guys in real time the usage of the Zim Apex device. So first of all, if you haven't watched my previous videos on how to get to this point, just go ahead and watch those videos first and then come to this one, and then we can proceed from here, because there are certain steps you need to make to be able to use your Zim Apex device. So after you have connected your preferred keyboard and mouse and controller to your Zim Apex device, then you connect the Zim Apex to your PC. Obviously you will go to the procedure of recognizing the device and setting it up. It will take like 10 seconds, maybe to 20 seconds, and your device is going to be recognized by Windows or Mac, whatever you may have, as the controller that you have connected to your Zim Apex. Mine is a 360 controller. You may have a PS4, Xbox One or PS3. It's basically the same thing. It's going to show on your devices on your PC as a controller, but instead you're going to use your mouse and keyboard or keypad that you have plugged into the Zim Apex hub. So here you can see that I have opened Crysis 2 since I had this game installed on my PC, and then obviously after you have connected your Zim Apex to your PC, then you go to the Zim Apex Manager on your phone or on your PC if you have a laptop and you want to use it there, and you have to add your game. So here you can see that I have already added my game, but to do that you go you go here and you click on new config if you want a new game, obviously, and you search the game that you want to use. Let's say for example Apex Legends. You select the game and it will take you to the game like you saw here on Crysis 2, as I have already added my game to my Zim Apex Manager. And so you are now ready to go. And another thing you need to know about the use of the Zim Apex in PC is that to be able to use it, you need to have another keyboard and mouse, because obviously your keyboard and mouse that you have plugged into the Zim Apex hub, they now are going to be recognized by Windows as a controller. So basically you can't use Windows as a controller. So you need another mouse and keyboard to be able to use normally your PC. So it's a little bit of pain in the ass to use all of these keyboards, keypads and mouses into your setup if you want to use it on PC. But hey, it's a trade-off that you want to make. And another thing you need to know about the use of Zim Apex on PC, as I mentioned at the beginning, since PC it's not officially supported and developed with the Zim Apex. This means that maybe in certain games you may have problems of correctly recognizing the devices, or maybe some games are not even fully supported, or maybe they are not at all supported. So you have to keep that in mind. And another trick about the PC use, but also on console use of the Zim Apex device, if for some reason when you connect your peripherals, keyboard, mouse, or keypad and mouse to your Zim Apex hub, and you plug it into your console or into your PC, it's the same thing, and you don't get your devices recognizes, except for the problem that I talked on the previous video, where maybe there is too much power drawn by RGBs, keyboard and mouse, or keypads and mouse that you may have. There is another problem that you may encounter, and there is the problem that not all keyboards and mouses and mice are supported by the Zim Apex. So officially there is a list of the supported devices. There is a list also with the devices that have problems with the Zim Apex. So I hope yours does not have this problem. And if you are having this problem, let's say that the Zim Apex device is not recognizing your keyboard or mouse, or maybe both of them, you can try another keyboard and mouse if you have them, because there is a possibility that your keyboard and mouse are not supported by the Zim Apex. So you have to keep this in mind. So yeah, now another thing you need to do before you go ahead and play, obviously you will open the game with your keyboard and mouse that you have plus on your PC, and then after you open the game you should be good to go. But you need to know something, because before beginning and using your Zim Apex device or Zim Apex Manager to set up your controls, you need to go to the game, go to the options and go to the controls, then obviously find the controls for your controller, and you need to get the controls into the default settings, because the Zim Apex Manager is going to take the default controls of that particular game. So if you have used a custom or different layout of the buttons and sticks, you have to take them into default. So in this way, when you configure your controls, when you go to your Zim Apex Manager, you click on the pencil, you will see that the keybinds in here are all set automatically by the Zim Apex Manager, and these controls are associated with the default controls, which means that, for example, if you change melee from E to another, or let's say here it says that you have to use RS for melee, and you have changed your controls to customizable controls, you have done the melee with another button, then when you change that, it will be the change for the RS button, not for the button that you think you are going to change on your controller. So keep this in mind. You need to take your layout of the controller into the game to the default settings. And as you see in here, I moved my mouse that I have connected to the Zim Apex, and immediately it changes to the controls of the controller. So it reads my mouse and keyboard that I have plugged into the Zim Apex as a controller. Now I clicked on the keyboard that I have plus, and it went away. Now I'm moving the mouse that I have connected to the PC, the extra mouse, and this is the mouse that is on the controller. So you can see that it works. So we're not going to change, no, we're not going to save the changes. So let's go ahead and try how this works. You know what? Let's move it now. Move it with the keyboard. Let's go. Let's try with this one. Okay, we are into the game. So first, let's use my keyboard and mouse that I have connected into my PC. As you can see, you will see a little bit of stutter because we have both of them recognized by the PC, so maybe it will be a little bit of. So let's leave the keyboard and mouse, and now let's use the keyboard and mouse that I have connected with my Zim Apex Unfortunately, I cannot move with my mouse, so I have to take a look at the settings. Why is that? Oh no, it moves, it just needs to... okay. Another thing that I forgot to mention when you use your keyboard and mouse with the Zim Apex, and it says that for every game that you add on the Zim Apex Manager, is that on the options settings you have to go on the controller again and set your controller sensitivity to the maximum allowable by the game. This is the first thing that the Zim Apex Manager asks you when you add a new game to be used with your Zim Apex device. So we can set that. We have the aim assistant. You can disable or enable in this game. It depends on the game that you are going to use. So let's hit on apply and go back and see now. Okay, it needs a little bit more speed to turn. So now we can go into our Zim Apex Manager and we have here the aim sensitivity. So in this case we need to increase the hip fire sensitivity. So let's try 20. Okay, let's hit save. Basically it should work right away. Okay, so with this particular game it seems that we need a little bit more sensitivity out of the game, and as you see it works. I am now using the keyboard and mouse on my Zim Apex. It's a little bit slow, as I told you, so it's a little bit difficult, but hey, you get the picture. So I want to leave this one here. I can see that it's a little bit of a delay when I hit space. It's almost too much of a delay, but obviously we can tweak these things with the Zim Apex Manager, and we're going to take a look at those later, so I don't want to make this video too long. This was just how to get started with your preferred game. Then with the settings we're going to check them on a separate video because it will take us maybe too much time to do that. Okay then, that was it for today. If this video was helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel. Also turn on notification. Don't forget to leave your comments down below what you want to see in particular with the Zim Apex device. Maybe I can provide. Unfortunately, I don't own for the moment a console to try them, but it should be the same thing as on PC because the use of the controller is the same. The difference is that we just need to know how to set up our games on the Zim Apex Manager. So definitely we can try and do that and show you guys how you can take advantage out of your Zim Apex if you decide to buy one. Okay then, that was it. Thank you very much for watching, guys. As always, before we go away, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Also turn on notifications so you never miss one of my new videos. And as always, catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.